And Lillard kicks to Hazonia. Down low, it's tipped. Harkless with the steal. Out on his own on the break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A different look now for Portland. Collins comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Hazonia. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to Golden State.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you could see them losing confidence, and it turned into a domino effect.
Lillard scanning the floor. Harkless with the steal. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 50. The NBA game drawing fans from every culture. And Pau?
I always notice the fans that
the game going global, and no better ambassador than Pau Gasol.
And as the players grow more international, fans from every country and continent, for that matter, finding more and more reason to root for the NBA.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers looking at who they've got. Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then it's Ivica Zubac. It's Kabengele in at the 4. Shamet the pass to Kabengele. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2.
And what was more fun to watch Patrick Beverly, Kevin Durant in the playoffs.
막 올랐는데 이거.
Here's George, who's got 23. Pass to Kabengele. And the Clippers miss again. And a close game so far through the... Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break with third quarter basketball. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly...
이게 죽밥이야.
And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Murray. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. To the paint.
Lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Here's George.
나이스,
And the rebound by Nurkic.
왔어.
Easy
역전의
chance
기회야.
from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf
나이스
Nurkic.
스크린 지렸고.
4 points,
오!
23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever
리바자 또
to log
바로
a 20,
또 슛했어요.
25,
애지렸어요.
5 game. Wisely and
나이스.
making a name.
우리 릴라드 장군님 어디? 릴
Now
장군님
let's go to the
여기요.
sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer,
형님
David
스크린머시
Aldridge.
왔습니다요. 스크린머시
Well,
왔습니다.
Kevin, we know about Lou
Screamers
Williams'
왔습니다.
story.
Screamers
The
왔습니다.
three-time sixth man of the year may be
던지십시오. 제가
undersized, but
잡겠습니다.
he keeps finding
내가 잡-
angles to score.
아, 몸싸움 좋대, 이
Williams
새끼.
said, I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space. Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubats is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Harkless comes in for Green. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Patrick Beverley.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnovers.
This one for three. McCollum outside. Unloads from 9. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. Here's Shamet. 1:11 left here in the third quarter. And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue.
내가 레너드
offensively.
어떻게
I
막어?
mean, he has studied the post game of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all three levels has made the game easy with his strength and his turnaround jumper.
아, 저 또
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they foul
작전
intentionally.
들어갔다.
It's the first. That increases their lead to 6.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role. Good job. Want to keep fueling that lead. Make your free throws.
Good.
나이스.
Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
바로 파울로 존나 끌어야 되는
And
것
boy,
같은데
he's
이거?
really in a
파울
groove.
연출? 파울
Dominant
연출.
performance last game. Same thing
근데
this
2점
time out.
하면은 좀안
Here's
되는데
the thing.
이거?
He's a guy who will go on
아,
hot
가지
streaks
마라.
for you over a number of games.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate
안
foul
던집니까?
no matter who catches the ball.
It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Big moment at the line. As poised as you get, this thing is done.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're behind by 5. 9 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
They also need to get the best shot you can as quickly as you can, and then immediately foul.
Nine seconds left to play in the final quarter.
그냥 던지는 거 맞죠?
It's up a 3. So the Clippers with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. Both ends are just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
그래서 이 턴을 들었어야 되는데. 이거 내 가방 아닌 것 같은데. 이거 내 가방 아닌 것 같은데.
Hey, Che, we still on for that one-on-one later?
어?
What's up, man? Yeah,
저요?
I'm down. What's up, Pat?
Good to see you.
저를 왜 인터뷰를?
베일은 골프 치러 가서 뒷말아 먹지는 않는데.
일단은 세레머니 이걸로 바꿔주고. 다 이걸로 해 일단. 메시지? 또 나 인스타 테러 당했나? 최선을 다했지만 패배했고 말았어. 정말 실망이야. 최 선수 실력은 별로야.
My GM has opened up for all to compete for the NBA championship and right.
Big news in the association today is
첫 시즌이잖아.
And we've got David, thanks for that report. You're right. Not that many top players stay all 4 years.
You know, Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler come to mind. I could see Che having that kind of impact as he built.
Mark, no doubt you've been through this many times. The regular season is a grind. I think you said that before. Do the veteran players need to teach the young guys how to handle that schedule?
I clearly think, Kevin, that the veterans can be helpful, but there's nothing like firsthand experience, and you really have to experience the length and the grueling nature of the season to understand how you best can weather the schedule. But veterans certainly can be helpful.
Is there a rookie wall, Clark? Is that true?
Yeah, I think there is one. Clearly, I hit it, and most rookies that I've talked to during my time and beyond find a period in that season when they bump into that wall.
And it's Lillard missing. Nets leading by 11. Outside Irving. Pass to KD. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
So a moment now to see the story on Kyrie Irving. He's coming off an excellent season. 11th in assists, 13th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish, always had his head up, looking for the open man. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Good display of physicality by Gasol to set that shot up.
Harris, bounce pass. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Harris.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Take a look at Harris. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Collins checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Hood. Here's Karuch. They get it back.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
It's his first trip to the line.
And a look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
He's perfect from the line this time. 17 seconds left in the first. Here's Little. They get a hand on it. Collins dishes to Bazemore. Takes the three. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Brooklyn, 13 points up at the end of the period. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. Back to the end.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
Setting the floor for the Nets.
감사합니다.
They've got Kyrie Irving.
고맙습니다. 바이올레이션 걸렸어.
Then there's Harris, and it's Caruge in at the 3 side. The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. Irving looking for an opening. Back to Harris. Outside Irving. Knocks down the 3 ball. Irving's got 7.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
He's got 5.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
And, you know, the Brooklyn Nets last season more than doubling their win total from 2 years prior. Great improvement. A surprise playoff team in the East for sure.
Trailblazers trail by 16. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. And the attendance numbers can lag behind for a breakout team, Clark. Last season, the Nets, for instance, ranked last in the NBA.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a little bit, guys, before you catch up. The winning leading to fans. After
1 second left. The shot that time, not on target. And that'll do it for the first half. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a... Changes for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Taurean Prince comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Harris subbed in for Karis LeVert. Lillard and Hood work together in the backcourt. Then it's Little. Then it's Pau Gasol. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Prince. And he overshot that one, missing. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. A 2-point game. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes in the third here. He nails it. We're tied up. Lillard's got 15.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Little gets the bucket. Little's got his first 2 points.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards is really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
inside Gasol. And Gasol slams it in.
And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those jams.
Lillard against Irving. Outside Durant. Here's the three. That one, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Now Little. Misses from close range. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Harris kicks to Durant. With 1 on the clock. Off the mark. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Trailblazers lead by 2. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments.
We're getting stops after that start. We've been getting stops, all right? Play with confidence, like Dave said. Be strong with the ball and be ready to make plays.
Urging his team to stay after it, Greg, on defense. And Irving launches it from deep. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And so it's Portland winning this one. Good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And
세레머니는 이유. 개토리라도 좀 개토리 해야 될 것 같은데 이거.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
이 실력을 꼽아라. 포트랜드 토론은 레전드다.
일단 능력치 몰빵 다 찍는다.
See you later.
Good out there. Hey, let's get a picture. Hey, high five. Come on. Good job, guys. Come on. Hey. Hey, man. Hey. All right, let me get a picture though. Yeah. Come on.
콜린스랑 아는
그래도 나름 1라운드인데 이런 친해져 자꾸 이 팀에 있고 싶어? 트레이드 해달라 하자.
Y'all gotta eat, ain't? I want none of my guys going home hungry.
You're a warrior poet, Sarge, like my main man, Tupac.
No, hold up. No, Tupac is not your main man.
What? Sure he is.
Okay, name me one Tupac song.
You know what? I refuse to dignify this witch hunt with a response.
That's what I thought. All right, Sarge, favorite Tupac song? I Get Around.
Straight banger. Love that track.
All right, no, that's enough out of you, boy. Look, Sarge, thanks so much for joining us. Always a pleasure. Hey, anytime, eh? Yeah, Sarge, everybody. Man, I love hearing what he has to say. He's just a real interesting guy.
Yeah, well, why you gotta embarrass me like that in front of Sarge?
자리에 뜨지도 못해. 릴라드 옆에서 몰아서 들으려고.
I know plenty of Tupac. I just don't like being
그냥 시선이 존나 붕 떠 있어.
New sponsor of the show. Fellas, do you have low key?
귀 존나 열어놓고.
That's the way you do it, kid. Hey, you taking notes?
Yeah, man, I wrote in my special notebook.
일단 수영부터 이런 실력도 없는데
I don't care what they say about you.
Hilarious.
Huh?
욕 먹는 거 아나 보네. 힐끝. 능력치가 어디였지? 진행도였나? 안 되겠다 이거. 골밑 지배자 돼야 된다. 어? 골밑 지배자 돼야 된다. 앵벌이 한 거 다 박어. 어? 아니 사용 가능 업그레이드가 30이라며. 다 어디 갔어 근데? 버그인가? 어디로 가면 될까? 토론토는 망했잖아.
벤치 박살.
얘네 존나 센데 스퍼스? 토론토. 내가 안 쪄주는 게 팀을 위한 일이야. 팀 연습하면 뭐 주지? 그랬지?
Good game last night.
은퇴할 때나 입을 수트사고 돈 없어서 능력치를 못 찍네.
정장 괜히 사가지고. 뭐야?
Everyone, listen up. That was a great team effort last night. Keep that energy up, and we can do great things. Let's get to work. I want to score earlier and transition offense. If someone is up court, we have to get the ball to them. All right, let's go.
너무 간단한. 나이스. 뭐야 이거 팀이 3개야? 이거 뭐지? 이게 맞는 거야? 양쪽으로 하는 거구나. 골밑에 지배자 온 연습 깡패. 아 바이 그거야. 아씨 길막 오지게 당했네.
맨유 단위 죽는 게 낫다라고 말한 축구 선수 이름은?
아니 3초를 이거 다 하고 싶어서 가는 게 아니야. 애들한테 길막당해서 가는 거야. 이제 우리 수비 차례인가? 쟤네 A팀이잖아. 와. 나이스 우리 공격이다. 아니 형님 혼자 하실 거면 그냥 때려치시오. 아니 던질 거야 100%. 슛 던질 거야. 릴라드니까. 자 집중. 디펜스 하나 막읍시다.
형 왜 선수 뒤에 같이 서 있어? 합체 수비 같은 거야.
어? 아 배치 포인트 2배. 연습은 꼭 해야겠는데 이거? 좀 지겹긴 한데.
Good. All right, let's move on.
또 뭐야? 리바운드. Let's go. 다시. Keep it going. 어이 뭐야 변칙은. 아씨. 골밑은 지배중. 속성 업그레이드?
Very strong. Now let's move on to the next drill.
Hey, he can ball, huh? Who's got ball?
Now we're rolling. 지금 기 살려주려고 일부러 어부징하나 애들? 야! 아 늦었다. 꼼짝도 못하죠? 꼼짝도 못하죠? 연습 여포.
Outstanding effort. Now let's set up the next drill.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
뭐야?
이걸 다 막는 봉수판이 잘하는 걸까? 이것도 못 넣는 공격진이 문제인 걸까? 아. 폴리스만 막.
Good work in practice today. Make sure you get some reps in before you leave the gym.
아 수비 리바운드 뺐지. 존나 아깝다.
사랑은 열린 문.
얘네 다음이 휴스턴이죠.
As you play NBA2K20, we want to hear from you, so be sure to follow us on social media and share.
이거 한동숙이 공격은 받고 안 나와서 수비나 하라고 수비 훈련만 시킨 거죠.
또 선배님들 뭐 가지고 안 내리나 확인하고 가야겠네. 맨 뒤에.
저 신체의 파포면 앤서니 데이비스로 할 수 있을 텐데 소프트웨어가 아쉽다.
이미 샀어.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, on tap for you tonight, the Portland Trailblazers against the San Antonio Spurs at AT&T Center. Well, for San Antonio, they've made it through their first 10 games with just one.
드로잔데.
A view from the skies above downtown San Antonio. We're pleased to welcome you to Texas tonight. Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats for Carroll.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it should.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge. Jonathan.
Well, guys, I spoke.
David, fantastic report. Thank you. Greg, you wonder if that conversation has actually made these two tighter, or if it's just kind of a Band-Aid over the existing wound.
You know, I've gotten the sense things weren't completely ironed out during Summer League, but by the end of it, both guys were on the same page.
The starters for the Portland. San Antonio making a switch here.
야, 29초야. 많이 성장했어.
While the NBA is entertainment, you know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. We don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative. And we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason.
나 지금 전성기야. 빼면 안 돼. 감독님 나 지금 감 좋아요.
But money well spent by the Blazers.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Trey Lyles checked in for Jakob Poeltl.
감독님의 전성기는 언제입니까? 전 지금입니다, 감독님.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Walker. And
전 지금입니다, 감독님.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Paul Gasol.
And after the Blazers got swept in the first round in 2018, many said they needed to blow it up. Instead, they stayed with it. 52 wins, a 3 seed in the West.
Yeah, they just had the patience to keep building, adding pieces, and developing. I mean, this team is going in the right direction.
Oh, well, Kevin, throughout his career, Gay has been an offensive force and mastermind at manipulating defenses.
Hood, the pass to Little. Hits the...
Be sneaky good from deep sometimes. I mean, when he gets clean looks, he's got the ability to do some damage out there.
Here is Forbes. Goodbye, Hood. The shot's good from Forbes.
Nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Little kicks to Hood. That one misses. So the Spurs will take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
The noise didn't really seem to bother them. In fact, it appeared to make them sharper and play harder for each other.
Shot clock at 3. Gay. The shot off that time. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Spurs lead by 6.
인생 경기.
And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with the
people ashamed of.
아니 근데 저 인생 경기 중이었는데 왜?
San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Trey Lyles. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Damari Carroll. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills.
아, 너무 쫄았어. 블락 2번 당하고 저번에.
We've got Rudy Gay. He's out there with Poeltl. DeJounte Murray is out there with DeRozan. And it's Walker in at the 2-guard spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Lillard finds Hazonia. San Antonio with the rebound.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected.
Nice foul.
His former teammate in Portland, CJ McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket. Strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
Nice, still getting it done. Thank you.
And Poeltl is a massive guy, someone that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks at the bucket.
Nurkic, the pass to Hazonia. Goes up the baseline. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to McCollum. For the 3. On that one. Spurs leading by 14.
One of the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA, CJ McCollum. I mean, you wonder, though, would he be even better lined up as a point guard? I'm not sure. But his defense has been his shortcoming. At 6'3", his size is better suited for the one.
Lillard attacking. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
You can't do a lot to stop Lillard. He's amazing at absorbing contact on his drive.
Murray surveying the D. Makes it off the glass. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the game.
I see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
To the paint. He's looking for Poeltl and finds him, and it's good. 2 points. Poeltl's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Putting it right back in.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
DeRozan with it. 10 points for him.
또 시간 끈다. 또 시간 끊어. 이거다.
Fires it up. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of
근데 3리가 1블락이에요. 뭐야? 왜 갑자기 나?
Yo, listen up. Obviously, we're not playing great, but if we clean it up a little bit, we can get back on track. All right, sense of urgency. Every rebound, every loose ball, every cut to the basket, do it with purpose. All right? That includes you too, Che.
We're talking about
playing hard, but your energy is about here. It's got to be here. And all of you have got to do a better job of keeping your composure. All right, if a play breaks down, don't freelance. Run the 2nd option, the 3rd option. All right, we practice this stuff, so use it. Up the intensity, trust the system. You can still win this game, guys. So bring it in.
저거 얼굴 복사한 거예요.
Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
네. 얼굴 스캔한 겁니다. 야, 좀 더 득점 본능 깨우자. 난 지금 너무
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more.
아니 저 윈 하자더니 왜
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. A lot of good 6 men out there, Chris. Coming off the bench, who are some of the bigs that make the biggest impact?
Well, don't sleep on Enes Kanter. I mean, he can get you buckets in a hurry, and he attacks the boards with force. That's why I love him. Don't forget about Little Sabo. He has Hall of Fame DNA, and he's making his own name for himself. That's right, Sabonis out there in Indiana. You love the way he comes off the bench, such a steady force. He can do everything for you, so he can replace your 3, 4, or 5 because of his skill set. Pick and pop, post up, shoot, and he'll dunk on you as well.
Good detail. On the floor for Portland, we've got Hood. He's out there with McCollum. Anthony Tolliver out there with Collins. And Forbes kicks to Carroll. And he can't stop the runs and misses.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
McCollum against Gay. Pass to Tolliver. Kicks it out to McCollum. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for San Antonio. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. Drops in the layup for 2. Mills has got 4 points in the quarter.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
To the middle.
Hey!
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Trailblazers have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for San Antonio.
hit
the second. San Antonio leading by 14. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Got that bucket in no time at all. Gay's got 5 now.
When Gay is knocking down the perimeter jumper, he's very dangerous. Given how long his arms are, good luck in trying to catch up to his release in time if you were the D.
Hits it from about 6 feet away.
난 파워포드야. I mean, it's time for him to take over.
난
He's played
파워포드야.
it cool
집중하지 마.
long enough, and I think he realizes that.
To the right side. Here's Forbes. With a triple. And so it's San Antonio. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their defense. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he.
아니 나 잘하고 있는데 왜 뺐어? 인생 경기 중이었는데.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
아니 인생 경기하고 있었는데 이걸 왜?
Here's Simons. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one.
아 나 진짜 인생 경기 했는데 방금?
And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David.
나? 사인?
On 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Portland Trail Blazers.
Get hip or get stuck.
수비수가 포스트에서 상대를 밀어내는 능력? 포고스틱?
한동숙 금속행 넌 쿡.
철벽? 인티미? 이게 뭐야? 공격수를 위협해? 연속 경계하는 수비 시에 에너지 소모에 감소합니다. 이거 어때? 이건 뭐야? 리바운드 추적자? 체이스 다운이 뭐예요? 이거 해야지. 파워센터입니다. 강백호임. 돈 1원 있지. 하나라도 구매해자. 십시일반임. 다음 경기 누구였지? 휴스턴? 아, 팀 연습? 격일로 해. 멋있다. 나도 이런 거 해주나 나중에? 멋은 있네. 나도 저런 거 좀. 아니 덩크 꽂아야 되잖아. 아니 도대체 어떻게 수비 앞에 있는데 어떻게 꽂지? 선발 한 번만 주세요. 선발인가? 웬일로 슛 연습을 하지? 중간에 녹으면 덩크를 안 하나? 덩크를 끼세요, 이거.
선발 압도하면 훅 쓰다가 바로 덩크도 돼. 조작법은 팁에 나옴.
2K Sports welcomes you to
아, 나 선발 한 번만 떠게 해줘. 진짜.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
다 빨간 머리놈 이젠 하나하나 슈팅을 당해야 해.
아, 나 진짜 선발 체질이야.
The famous "We Love Houston" sign just and David, thanks for that. You know, GA, Shea, no stranger to controversy.
And I can see the reasoning from both sides. I don't think Shea tries to be a lightning rod for controversy, but he doesn't shy away from it either.
The starters for Repco's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for Green.
누구랑 해?
And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible and
knowledgeable.
How much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there.
Support them.
There's no question about it. So time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
Westbrook passes to Gordon. Harden against McCollum. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 7 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Lillard finds Nurkic. McCollum up top. Trailblazers moving the ball around.
이게 바포야!
working his way for a high percentage look.
돌아왔구나.
That's just smart basketball.
Man, that's a painted possession right there, a masterpiece, especially when the defense is not a factor.
From deep Harden, and another three for Houston.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
To the inside. Lillard outside. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Lock at 6.
슛 없으면 놔줘.
With a nice jam.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart
오늘
plays.
릴 장군님
McCollum good
조금
at
좀
sensing when his
편찮으시다.
man was going to be wide open.
Westbrook against Lillard. Nurkic with the block. And they're on the break. And a wide open look for McCollum. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Here's Westbrook. Portland grabs the miss.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Lillard from outside. It doesn't go for him. And so it's the Houston Rockets going into the break with a...
아니 난 잘하고 있어. 팀원들 문제야.
Spent years in a welfare work.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about.
Just an
아, 나 인생 경기
inspiring
중이야.
story, Greg. It gives you
감독님도 안 빼는 거
perspective
봐요.
on
이것도
why you should be
처음
grateful for
들어왔어.
everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
아니, 릴 장군님.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And when you guys, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the
플레이여서 바로
defense
센스 플레이
scrambling.
좋았고.
Pretty prime example
아니,
here
왜안
of
줘?
how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Houston, Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Chandler out there with Jonas Jerebko. And it's House in at the small forward. And it's Gordon missing. Trailblazers trail by 10. Now Hazonia, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. From downtown, Chandler with the rebound.
왜 이렇게 거창들리
Here's
해?
Chandler who brings it up for the Houston Rockets, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover.
이건 내 잘못이
from
아니야.
that
지금
letdown in
팀원들
this one.
슈터들 문제야.
And look, he's not the
슈터들.
best athlete,
오해,
but he's
맥칼럼,
able to create the
밀라드.
space he needs to operate.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
오해 진풀이도.
And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate.
설마 날 뺐어?
One second left. No good. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Their lead at 11 points to end. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks.
우승할 수 있을까?
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here. Shooting their fourth attempt at the free throw line right here.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Free throw good. Nurkic.
you wonder with Nurkic last year getting hurt, just how much further the Blazers could have gone. Again, carried by C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard, their unbelievable dynamic duo at the guard position, but the defensive anchor all year long had been Nurkic.
On the floor for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and there's Anthony Tolliver. Gordon's checked in for Gerald Green. Houston leading by 20. And with their high-powered backcourt, Brent Nurkic providing the Blazers with that sorely needed paint presence. He is a big body.
Big body who sets screens and frees up a bunch of room for those guards that you mentioned, Kevin. The interesting thing is about all the dirty work that Nurkic can do down low for this basketball team, picking up 10, 12 points in the painted area and putting a lot of pressure on the defense. It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
It's Harden with the drive. Missed it, even after all those chances. A three from McCollum. Gets it to go from beyond. McCollum's got his first 3 points of the game.
Wow, he really stopped short on that one. The poise, the body control of McCollum, especially evident there when he pulls up.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing,
저 얼마 안 떴는데.
a bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Gordon is out there with Gerald Green. Then it's Harden. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Rivers in at the 2 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Westbrook.
아니 개털려
Plays off and banks it in.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Houston.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
I like his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From the stripe, and again, the Rockets good for 2.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And here is Hazonia. That one's off, still out of sync. Now the pass to Harden. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This is exciting we've ever seen. We have to appreciate just what a clinical
팀원들의 신뢰를 받지 못해서 그런가? 아니 근데 인생 경기였어. 아 진짜 이번 경기 인생 경기였어. 턴오버도 없었어. B 인생 경기였어 진짜.
Jay, get in here. I got some fun stuff for you today. It's time to figure out some shoes.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that face you're making. You like what I'm saying.
I love what you're saying.
So we got to figure out who deserves to be in business with you, because as far as I'm concerned, it's a privilege.
That's what's up, yeah.
Yeah, so just let me know who you want to approach, and we can make it happen.
Just like that?
Yeah, I can get you in the room with anybody. Who do you want to go to?
나이키요. 조던이요.
Consider it done. Great choice, by the way.
Hey, I appreciate you, man.
I'll let you know when it's time to take the next step.
All right, cool. See you.
See ya.
다음 경기 어디냐 여기는? 서부 15위? 양학고.
So players have told us on NBA2K that they've actually used 2K to sometimes scout opponents or play with teammates they haven't played with yet. Have you done any of that?
Oh, for sure. Multiple times. Back when I first got in the league, I would play 2K before, the night before a game, or depending on who's playing, and just play and just see, let the computer play and just watch how the players do their thing and that.
그래서 KBL에는 언제 오실 작정이세요?
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. The New Orleans riverfront gleaming brightly along the Mississippi here tonight. Coming to you, DA, take it away.
Well, after all,
they are fun to watch. That's for sure, Dave. Thank you. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These are the new power rankings. They tell a great story. Take a look at the Nuggets. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where Portland is, give them credit. They've stuck to their plan here early on, playing their brand of basketball. They're showing everyone they have the potential.
J.J. Redick's checked in for ball. He's ready as a player when it comes to preparing for a long season. Talk about the advantages of the new strength and conditioning programs we read so much about.
You know, for me, Kevin, when I first started out, it was all about just getting stronger, lifting weights. I think right now for these guys, they're doing a great job of adding that and also recovery. What do you do for recovery, being able to play the next game? I would love to see the technology that they have. Wish I could use it, Kevin, because all I did was run and get me a fish fillet, and I was ready to go.
자, 이건 족밥 새끼야.
Down low, got a piece of it, and stolen by Williamson. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Offensive rebound. Great D that time from Nurkic.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Here's Holiday. Here's Favors. Banked in off the glass.
One of the foremost offensive rebounders in the game. Favors always in pursuit.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. To the middle. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Portland, they're 6th best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings. And of course, there's the Pelicans, 6.5 games behind them.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland,
아, 왜만 지켜? 내가 막을 건데.
Were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Okafor is checked in for Favors. Josh Hart comes in for Brandon Ingram. And it's Antoine Moore checking in for J.J. Redick. Portland also making some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for Nurkic. Mario Hezonja comes in for Little. Rodney Hood subbed in for C.J. McCollum.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
Gasol finds Hood. Passes to Gasol. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Gasol.
The third player drafted back in 2001. Pau Gasol, one of the most versatile bigs over the last decade.
Here's Holiday. And the pass to Okafor. Battles through traffic and lays it in. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Covered by Hayes. Kicks it out to Lillard. The pass to Hezonja. Inside.
Fade away.
And it's good off the back rim and in.
Got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
Holiday, the pass to Okafor. Here's Hart. Off target from outside. With 1 on the clock. And so it's Portland holding on to an 8-point.
10점 전에 졌을 거야, 이 정도면은.
The veteran Pau Gasol has been a part of championship winning.
and it's up to us to
간만에 이겨서 뿌리긴 좋아.
Swap here for New Orleans. For New Orleans, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's MO all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
On the floor for Portland, you've got C.J. McCollum. He's out there with Little. Hazonia out there with Nurkic. Pelicans trail by 13. Outside Holiday. Kicks it to Redick. Ingram outside. And stolen by Hazonia.
에이, 너무 잡아 끝나지. 뭐야?
How about the numbers for Brandon Ingram? Averaging 13 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
자이언 들어와. Come on, 자이언. Come on, Giant. Come on, Giant.
T right on him. Lets it fly, and it's in off the backboard. Williamson's got 6. And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
And the dunk by Williamson.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
Little kicks to Nurkic to the inside. Pass to Little. And too much time in the lane. Call for the 3-second violation. Murray's checked in for Portland. So Favors will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. 9-point game. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
To the paint and stolen by Williamson. And a fast. Doesn't go for it. Great D that time from Nurkic. He gets it up, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Portland bringing the quarter to a close with a 7. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Making some changes here. Okafor is checked in for Favors. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Ball finds Okafor. Now Redick fires for 3. Drills it from outside. Redick's got it back down to single digits for the Pelicans.
J.J. Redick, one of the premier shooters in this league. Boy, he knocked that one down.
Zion at the 4 with Okafor at the 5. Their backcourt, Ball and Redick. And it's Hart in at the 3 spot. Out there for New Orleans.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Williamson, the pass to Okafor. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. And now just a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
To the middle. Here's Hazonia. Connects from 3-point range. Hazonia got 5 now.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Hart the pass to Williamson.
들어와.
He kicks it to Ball.
1대 지금 승부하자. 들어와.
43 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Williamson. He's off from 17 feet. Trailblazers leading by 8.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Often the way you end quarters has a big impact on the outcome of the game.
Covered by Reddick. Good on the shot. He's got 6.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Offline.
Okay, let's see. Liba.
Gasol has been leading the charge. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize today.
나야.
He made here. Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Lillard and Hood work together.
나이스입니다, 민 형님. 나이스입니다.
Then there's Murray. Steve, so many talented players in the league. Sometimes there's frustration over the lack of playing time. For instance, you look at the Celtics last year. Prime example.
Yeah, and I think sometimes, Kevin, you can have too much talent at the same positions and also style of play. You need some guys that can do other things that be effective on the court versus just scoring the basketball. And I think that's the reason why the Celtics ran into some trouble last year.
Kicks it out to Lillard.
때릴 거야. 개쫄았네 걔니.
Back to Murray.
Hey!
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And this is Alvin Gentry's fourth stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, let's get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades
나이스, 유도했죠? 너무 좋았죠? 나이스 또 파울이죠?
And with so many legendary coaches, he's seen it all.
Derek Favors checked in.
저 감독님 저 지금 인생 경기 중인데. 5.7초라는 게 좋아해.
Free throw good. Nurkic. Both shots good from the stripe.
열정 보여줘.
Here's Hart. And so Portland takes this
큰
one
점수
by a big
차이는
margin.
그냥 끝내는 게 발레라고 하지만 열정 보여. 감독이 더 어필해. 커리어 하이야 7점이야. 아 커리어 하이야. 이거 봐, 나 셀러브레이션도 같이 한다고. 인정받았어.
How's he liking the city?
Oh, he's loving it. Loving it a lot more now he's gotten off the bench, too. There he is!
Hey, guys.
Jay, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Right, take a seat, fellas.
Yeah,
Let's talk.
Yeah.
So, I want you to meet Don, the rep from Jordan.
Big fan of yours, Jay. It's really great to meet you.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm excited to be here with you.
I think it's safe to say we're all excited about potentially working together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what do you say we just jump right in, start talking contracts?
Yeah, let's do it. Works for me.
Let's do it.
조던 행사에 나오기만 하면 돈 준다는데? 경기에서 정해진 기록을 달성한 보너스도 준다는데? 조던 의류도 입을 수 있다는데? 1,100원? 1,200원. 1,300원. 오케이. 덩크? 포스터라이징이랑 플래시 덩크랑 뭔 차이예요? 그냥 블록할게.
Pretty painless, huh?
For you, maybe, but I gotta justify these numbers to my bosses.
Don, that is no way to treat your new star.
Look, man, you know I'm just playing, right? Nothing but love over here. Seriously, Che, we are really excited to bring you into the Jordan family, and we think this partnership's got a great future.
I appreciate that, Don.
그래도 인정받고 있네.
First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us today.
나 인터뷰도 해?
You know, whenever you get an athlete of Che's caliber to join your team, that's a reason to celebrate.
아디다스는 뭐야? 조던하기로 했잖아.
Thrilled to have him on board. All right, I know you all want to talk to him, so we'll get right to it and toss it to Che for questions.
Ted the man, what's up?
Congrats on the new deal, Che. So what's it mean to sign a deal like that at this stage of your career?
네? 지금 뭐 일침인가?
You know, Ted, it's pretty awesome. You know, growing up playing basketball, that was always a big dream, being repped by a shoe company, so it's a real thrill. Okay, I'll take another question. Vinny, what's up?
Now that you got all that shoe deal money, you planning on splurging a little?
Oh, I'm gonna splurge a little.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Let's see, I'm gonna buy myself a Lambo.
That's a crazy expensive car, isn't it?
Well, I'm a crazy talented individual. It comes with the territory, Vin, come on.
All right, we got time for one more question? Patty.
Any plans to release a signature shoe?
I mean, that's the goal, yeah? I believe in myself, so why shouldn't I believe I deserve my own shoe?
All right, that's all the time we have questions for. I want to thank everybody for attending, and of course to Che, too, for being so kind to give us a few minutes during his busy schedule.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.
All right.
Hey, Patty, we got to sit down for the interview.
You know it.
쿤보 대 한동숙. 일단 팀 연습해서 케미 좀 올리고. 쿤보 대 한동숙 지렸다. 연습해서 팀원들 그것 좀 얻자. 마음 좀 잡자.
Stay focused on your workout.
내가 봤을 때 저 팬들 라이벌보다 팬들이
에이 패스 좀 해봐. 에이 요새 3점 잘 던지는 파포가 유행이라며. 패스.
All right, everybody, bring it in. We got a lot to cover today.
오늘 훈련
Really
많다고?
need to push the tempo.
템포로
and get
공수사랑
out in
성취를
transition.
끌어올리자고?
Coaches, set up the drill. Let's get it, fellas.
오케이. 씨. 근데 파포가 미들슛도 존나 써야 돼. 근데 나 미들슛? 근데 나 능력치 별로지 않나? 골밑 특화인데? 아씨. 어디서 시간방을 떠? 감사합니다 루텔님. 아 이건 내가 못 잡지. 들어와. 폴리스 1대1 까자. 일대일까 이씨. 아니 디펜스만 집중해.
전경기 100점 어떻게 넣었지? 이 팀 득점력 개극혐인데 키키키.
릴라드가 혼자 다 넣는 듯. 혼자서 저러다가 혼자 다 뚫어. 저렇게 하다가 혼자서 둘이서 하네. 아 나도 릴라드랑 같은 팀 시켜줘. 아 저러다가 주면 알았어 다 해. 안 속죠? 안 속죠? 꿈쩍 안 하죠? 아씨 스크린 좀. 아 저건 스크린이 좋았어.
There we go. Okay, let's move on to the next drill.
아니 살상 뭐야? 이거 아니야? 뭐야?
Get your head in the game.
One more.
자신감 얻었어.
Move it. Move it.
네?
Here we go.
괜찮았는데? 아니? 상대가 잘 넣는데? 골 좋았어. 안 되지? 안 되지? 아씨. 앞을 지켰어야 되는데. 그렇지? 수비 리바운드 쪽은 확실히 갈수록 무료로 오르는데 슛이 안 되는 골밑 슛을 어떻게 해야 되냐 이거. 아 뭐야? 근데 왜 내가 안 잡아? 뭐하는? 타이밍.
Just like that.
맡겨만 주십시오. 맡겨만 주십시오. 컴백호 준비됐습니다. 좀 어떻게 슛 족같이 하네.
강백호긴 한데 슛 2만 개.
얘 잘해.
강백호네 키키키키키.
Way to finish strong, guys. Make sure you get some shots up.
다리 풀렸어.
Get out of here.
다리 풀렸어. 에이 줘봐. 나 슛 좀 연습해야겠다. 코치! 코치! 아씨. 나 안 보여? 페이크 한번 주고. 자 어떡하냐. 잡고 여기서 등 지다가 슛하는 척 하다가 슛하는 척 하다가 다시 슛. 요 느낌. 요감. 던지다가 슛 한 척 슛 하는 척 하다가 슛. 요 느낌. 근데 슛 캔슬을 꼭 해야 되나? 한번 게이지 단체오면은 그냥 안 쏘네. 살짝만 눌렀다가 떼면 되네 그냥. 요 느낌. 발 걸치고 있어서 안 걸림. 미들슛이 안 되네. 공 직접 쫓는 거 족같네. 나도 좀 줘, 공 줘. 여기서 박스 여기 밑에서 주춤 하다가 바로 돌면서 훅샷. 오케이, 요 느낌. 감 잡았어. 다음 경기 뒤졌어. 누구야? 쿤보 나와.
We'll have more of Chris's sit down with Anthony Davis later this season, but right now we have gameplay.
쿤보 나와. 저기 있네.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the 2K Sports pregame
데드말들
show.
골 밑에서 슛 존나 때려 박음.
And how about the Bucks, who are showing calm as they come down the tunnel? A team looking for a big night on its home court. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress, and with tip-off coming up, the feeling no doubt mutual. Thanks, DA. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Middleton.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been
changes here for the Bucks.
3분대에 좀 들어가자. 아, 진짜.
Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Korver in for Wesley Matthews. Where you start in the standings could be very different, Clark, from where you finish. As a team, what do you do to continue to improve as the season goes on?
I think it's a combination of little things and guys getting more familiar and more accepting of their roles. And I think it's always attention to detail, Kevin. That's really where teams make the most improvement, not forgetting the little things on a daily basis, the habits that produce winning over time.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He's off.
리바를 지배하는 자, 골밑을 지배하는 자, 코트를 지배한다. 나이스!
Good assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Bucks passing it around. Here's Ilyasova.
너 좋았다.
야!
골밑 제왕!
And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
It's not often we get is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. It's the
어디서 내 마크 아니어도 박을만해. 형님.
저
바이올레이션 걸려요, 형님. 형님, 주세요 그냥. 아이씨, 주세요 좀. 그냥 던져. 됐어. 할만했어.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. That one's not going to go.
리바! 끝까지 포기하지 마! 우리 거야! 끝까지 포기하지 마! 헤이, 형님!
To the inside.
엔도원 까비! 엔도원 존나 아깝다!
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that.
왜 자꾸 다 원정이야?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
A different look now for Portland. Collins checked in for Gasol. Tolliver comes in for Hezonja. And Murray subbed in for Hood. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Connaughton. There's the pass to Lopez. Now Hill. They need this.
나이스 마크! 진짜 못 봐. 리바! 가자!
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin.
이거 멋이다. 나이스다. 뭐해?
They're setting the tone.
이게 뭐해?
Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Hill looking it over. Teardrop shot. Lillard with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the
아깝습니다 형님.
The
밀장군님.
baskets coming early and often in the first quarter. Trail.
아니 밀장군 같은 왜안 바꾸냐고? 아니 그거 멋있잖아.
In a Nigerian way, you gotta.
아니 이랬는데도 빼? 나 인생 경기 했는데.
Changes here for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Giannis comes in for Pat Connaughton, and Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George Hill. Giannis and Ilyasova make up the forwards. Kyle Korver is out there at Bledsoe, and it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Milwaukee
같이
right now.
더블 킥 마크.
Left side, Hood. And
나이스!
2.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Pass to Ilyasova. The 3.
You.
Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
일로 와. 그냥 인류어 페이스 새끼야.
야,
엔드원.
So a chance at the line for one more.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
감독님, 전성기가 언제세요? 전 지금입니다.
Here is Korver. Kick out to Giannis. Puts up a 3. Score.
이게 들어가?
5 so far. Shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Passes it to Gasol. Here's Azania. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
스크린 어시스트.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around.
골밑을 지배하는 자가
Portland leading by 5.
호텔을 지배한다.
Portland on the break.
Hey.
Hazonia finds McCollum. There's Azania, guarded by Korver. Back to Hazonia. Over Giannis. And some good action to the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers out in front, up by 5. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you.
미쳤다. 10득점만 가자. 카메라를 빼지 말아 주십시오. 오늘 정말 좋습니다, 감독님.
Group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Hill passes to Antetokounmpo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee.
Shoot it! Pull the trigger!
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And you know, it's obvious why Antetokounmpo is an MVP candidate. I mean, he's a ferocious player, great competitive spirit, tremendous work ethic, and highly skilled. He wants to dominate.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Lillard and Hood work together in the backcourt.
나이스!
Now Gasol. Then it's Hazonia.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Outside Hill. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Lopez. Over Gasol. Lopez, you know what?
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
형님. 아니 형님.
Lillard against Hill.
열렸다. 나이스!
Is good after a nice lead pass. Hood's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
Now here's Young.
이거 3점 각이다.
It's Hill on the wing. Three-pointer. They get it again. No good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
또 나?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of catering. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Ilyasova at the 4 with Lopez at the 5. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3. We have seen so many great players in the history of this terrific game, but in your mind, who's the best who have never won an MVP?
Wow, you think about some of the names on that list recently, or not too long ago. Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, same era. How about going back to John Havlicek, the former Buckeye and all-time great with the Celtics. Elgin Baylor, one of the first high-flying forwards that I recall, one of those really creative do-it-all type forwards. Jerry West and Dwayne Wade right in that mix too, man. Those are some lofty names that didn't get an MVP.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Murray outside. Outside Hood. Inside. From 10 feet out.
아, 진짜 너무 슛이.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Got it. Good job in the low post. 13 points for Wesley Matthews.
Man, it's nice to see Matthews get involved inside, showing a nice touch around the basket.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, you know, it's hard to overstate the impact that Giannis has on the floor with his play. I mean, he gives you so much.
나 없으니까 이거 봐.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
리바는 하라고요.
Both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Timeout called the Bucks. They're trailing by 4. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's giving him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
Got it!
And what about the composure of Lopez? Fantastic.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They lead by 2. 3 seconds left to play here in the fourth. They foul and stop the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
There was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
나이스입니다.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game.
이번엔 솔직히 괜찮았어. 삐뿔이야. 이번 괜찮았어. 인생 연기 했어. 나 없으니까 수치가 따라잡혔네.
때 같은 곳에 번쩍하는 건 뭔가요?
그거 하면은 들어갔다는 거야. 근데 나 왜 혼자 구석에?
Alright, man, you got me.
인정받았네. 됐어, 이 정도면. 치는 경기가 치 후반의 활약이 아주 환상적이었어. 치를 멈출 수 있는 사람은 없다. 지금도 어림없지. 확실히 괜찮긴 했어. 클리브랜드 양악하러 들어가자.
In terms of shooting, I know a lot of people were talking about different shot meter options and whatnot. I know this is something that you really like in the game this year.
Sad news out of Minnesota today as franchise.
근데 이제 슬슬 선발 좀 써줘 믿어보실만 하지 않나? 이런 게임에서는? 한 옆집에서 받아서 그냥 비비면 들어갈 것 같은데? 불락당하려나? 너무 느리게 뜨네.
We come to you tonight from the shores of what, as the seasons, we are nearly ready for the...
Well, Kevin Love.
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony Tolliver out there with Hazonia. And it's Nurkic in at the 5.
3분 때에 한 번만 들어가 보고 싶다.
The Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Zizic has checked in for Love. Porter comes in for Jetty Osman. Knight's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Garland in for Sexton. Isn't it interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way, they change their bodies over the course of their career.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Garland, the pass to Zizic. We've got 1:13 left here in the opening quarter. They recover it. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Portland leading by 4. Lillard outside. There's the triple. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Up top, Porter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 5 to shoot. Cleveland gets it back. Now, here's Garland. He had 10 points in the win against the Mavericks in Dallas. Here's Hood to the paint. Here's Little. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
Now Knight, he had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas. Jacks up a three, cans it from downtown. Knight's got 6. And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard
A lot of responsibility when things go bad. You know, people are going to look to you first.
좀 덜 떨어지는 멤버도 챙겨줘야 되는 게
right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
아니 이럴 거면 그냥 아예.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Osman comes in for Porter. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Knight. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Here's Clarkson. That one doesn't drop. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome. Well, not an easy act to follow if you're Cedi Osman, right? You are taking over for LeBron James, one of the greats in the game, but I love his confidence.
Takes it from 10, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Clarkson on the wing.
고맙습니다. 든든히 다치니.
4 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Sexton drills the three-pointer. Sexton's got 7 points. And the 31st pick back in 2015, Osman, a do-it-all energy type of player, Doris.
Yeah, he was one of LeBron's favorite teammates when he led the Cavs. They trained together all summer. No better role model for Cedi than perhaps the best player in NBA history.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Sexton the pass to Osman. On the wing, Thompson. And it's blocked by Whiteside. But they'll get another chance. Here's Osman. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And stolen by Sexton. Pass to Clarkson.
미안해요.
From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Portland All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third.
아니, 거기는 씹어 먹었어. 이따가 거기 있긴 해.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Ante Zizic is checked in for Tristan Thompson. Porter comes in for Cedi Osman. Brandon Knight, he's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Garland in for Colin Sexton. Porter is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Brandon Knight. Then there's Garland. And it's Zizic in at the 5 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Shot from 12. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 13 points.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Now an update on Rodney Hood from David Aldridge. What did you find out?
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Trailblazers. The word is that it is a bruised heel, and he'll have to be careful being on his feet in the near future. Well, this is definitely unlucky and especially right at the start of the season. The adjustments will be plentiful going forward. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
Just 5 on the clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. As Anya's checked in, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
릴라드 형님, 저 옷이 하나만.
58 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Lillard. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. 15 points in the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Now, here's Garland. He's guarded closely. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Trailblazers leading by 6. Passes it to Hazanya. A 3 from McCollum, and another 3 for Portland.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he equaled his total from before the break.
And here tonight, he'll bring it up for Cleveland. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Love finds Knight. The pass to Zizic. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Garland. Good on the triple. And McCollum puts up a deep. Got the shot! He
just
caught it!
No better feeling.
Right on the money.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress of the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
And let's listen to.
Gotta keep tracking down balls, tracking down the rebounds.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Portland leading by 9. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Hazonia. Kicks it out to McCollum. Here's Hazonia. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Love. And the first one drops. Clarkson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Both good from the line that time. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Doesn't go that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And that one is stuck right through.
Well, Jordan Clarkson loves the offensive end, and he's in the flow.
아, 쟤 너무 빨라!
Now a timeout called by Portland.
너무 빨라!
Love check in for Garland.
아, 느낌이 지금 벤치 갈 것 같았어.
Here's Simons. And so Portland takes this one up by a big margin.
솔직히 내가 쇼타임 해가지고 견인했어. 그건 맞아. 내가 그냥 폭주해가지고 견인했어 그때. 시드시 한 6점 냈어. 어? 아 제발 부상당해라 나 뛰게. 부상당해라 제발. 쟤 부상당한 거 같아. 부상당한 거 같지? 어? 오 근거리 슛 쫙 올리는데? 자, 돈 다 모아서 근거리 슛. 다음 경기 어딘데? 불스? 아니 불스는 씨 그냥 원샷 때리지.
What about some of the new dribbling systems? You mentioned having dual stick dribbling.
Yeah.
What tips?
아 연습! 실전이 연습이에요.
The Chicago River winding its way. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too
아니
big of an
부상은 두 명이
impact.
당했는데도 난 들어갈 자리가 없어? 난 건강해. I'm healthy.
One of their stars out. Something
I'm
they'll have to
healthy.
dig deep to overcome.
이번에
You played only 2
3번쯤에
seasons
진짜
with Golden State,
헬스인데
your first and your last. What was it like ending your career where you started?
Well, I tell you what, that's the reason why I went back to Golden State was to retire there. I only played 9 games my last season, but I felt like it was full circle. It was completion. Being in front of those fans that gave me so much energy there at Oracle Arena, the ones that showed me so much love as a rookie. I mean, I couldn't even, my goatee didn't even connect in. I couldn't even grow hair on my face then, and to come back as an old man my last year, it was a blessing to see those same faces of people who supported.
By the way, that is a sweet goatee you're wearing tonight. I just want to tell you.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Pass to Porter. Poke loose. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And they take the lead. Lillard's got his second bucket.
But look at how quickly Lillard leaps out of transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
Levine wide open. A three-pointer is right on target.
무조건 스크린
And he's not
쓰면은
gonna miss
다리에
that
따라가야
sort of
되나
an
봐.
opportunity from deep.
1:27 left to play in the first quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. That shot, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
Well, the rebounding numbers weren't even close.
Nice rebound.
I mean, if that was a boxing match on the glass, they would have stopped that fight a long time ago.
A baseline J will not go. This is off the front iron. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. The pass to Markkanen. Shoots over Lillard. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
McCollum. He's now one for 2 with that bucket.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
White left side. He dishes it to Markkanen. Nurkic with the block. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break.
나이스, 나 줘! 왜 날 안 줘? 나 안 보여?
He can't get that one. Excellent D there from Markkanen. 1 second left. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And when Markkanen is making this, it boosts his aggression.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Bulls lead by 2. Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Markkanen. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Denzel Valentine. Levine's checked in for Satoransky, and it's White in for Dunn. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair. And McCollum. Then it's Hazonia. And it's Pau Gasol.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Final.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Hazonia's shot is off.
주고 그냥 박스 안으로 들어갈 걸.
And Porter, here we go. On the wing, Levine. 1:39 left in the first half. Releases. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Levine's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks.
Back in 2017, Zach LaVine tore his ACL, ended a promising season with Minnesota. That offseason, while rehabbing, LaVine was traded to the Bulls, but he used both events to fuel his career.
And Portland making a change here. Nurkic is
릴라드 형님, 제가 길을 내드렸습니다, 형님.
Good, Lillard.
얼른 지나가십시오.
I like seeing Lillard go to the floater. He has
이런 게
such a
인비저블
soft release and
썸띵이야.
touch on this shot.
Pass to Carter. Shoots over Nurkic, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And that's now 6 points for Wendell Carter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
A 3 from McCollum. It's good from long range. McCollum's got 5.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Levine for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did in the first.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Levine against McCollum. To the left wing. Here's White.
박스 안 못했다. 이거 나 때문에 2점 먹었다.
The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. Bring out the monitor and see if. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here.
아, 이마야. 보이지 않는 지금.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Valentine comes in for Porter. Satoransky's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Satoransky gets the bucket.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Trailblazers leading by 3. And not many checks in the NBA, but C-Web, Thomas Satoransky leading the way on that front.
Yeah. Best player from a country that is having a golden age.
이거 못 났으면 좋될 뻔.
Satoransky, I mean, he says he's very proud to represent the Czechs in the NBA, and he's doing a great job at it.
Inside, it's Young and Markkanen. Thomas Satoransky is out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Valentine in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Satoransky finds Young. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the wing. From 15 feet away, the shot no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
야, 열렸어. 좋았어.
Nice feed that time from
7점
McCollum.
차.
McCollum's got his 3rd assist on the night. Bulls trail by 7. Dunn passes to Markkanen. Here's Satoransky, defended by Gasol. Satoransky against McCollum. And Young kicks to Valentine. Over Murray. The shot by Valentine, no good. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got a timeout.
나이스!
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out
근데
the
저
perfect
상황에서는
pass.
바이 그거 안
The
걸리네.
ball shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from
골밑에
the
다
field.
있으니까.
Satoransky, the pass to Markkanen.
같이 쓰면 안 걸려.
Dishes it to Valentine.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
And the
왜?
officials
같이
call
있는데
for a
왜?
3-second
아,
violation.
그거는 순간에 말이야?
Here is Porter.
오케이.
He's got 9.
배어가는 강백호. 배어가는 칸백호.
No good.
Ah,
And so it's Portland ahead by 9. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big man. That was
야, 사건 바로 믿음이야 이거는. 날 집어넣어 주셨어. 믿음이야
And
이거.
with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Then it's Pau Gasol. And there's Anthony Tolliver. Levine for 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. And another 3 for Portland. Chris, you know a little something about that power forward position. Who do you think will be the best at that position in, let's say, 3-5 years from now?
It may be who's the best at that position now will continue to be, and that's Anthony Davis. He can do it all. He was a point guard in high school, and what that gave him was ball handling skills, lateral quickness, and the mentality of a small guy. We all want that as big mentality. You can do it on all ends of the floor, and he can do it defensively, offensively. He can coach. He could be your trainer as well, get guys healthy. I think AD could do it all.
Good explanation. Porter dishes to Carter. That shot off. Now Portland takes it the other way. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Porter kicks to Dunn. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
나발 걸치고 있었는데?
Porter on the move, Chris. He was traded at the deadline to the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and he has fit right in since joining the Bulls. I mean, they needed his outside shooting.
아니, 바로 빼.
So the Trailblazers win it. This was a very strong showing for him. Runaway win. One they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to.
근데 인생 경기였어.
All the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris.
아, 부상 좀 제발 좀 잘 당해라. 나 좀 주전하게. 십시일반 질이고요. 한 게임 끝나자마자 하나씩 사는. 오클? 13등? 이런 애들을 잡아야 되는데? 클리퍼스? 또 시카고네? 시카고한테 지는 건 좀 아니야. 바로 가.
So let's say there's a new player or someone that wants to get better. How do they do that?
아니 근데 아까는 발 걸치고 있어도 된다고 나한테 사람들이 그래가지고 나 발 걸치고 있었는데 걸친 거 안 돼. 소양씨인가?
Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
If you're a basketball fan, you've come to the right place. Tonight, we got the Los Angeles Clippers against the
선발 힘들 것 같은데. 우리 팀 파포 쓸데없이 딴딴.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side,
근데 성적 많이 끌어올렸다.
And from the sideline, David Aldridge.
14승 7패, 14승 7패야.
And for Che. Fantastic as always, David. Thank you. Che certainly had his ups and downs, Greg, along the way.
Well, ultimately, having to fight for a spot in this league may make him a better.
Talk about some of your favorite center matchups.
3분대 드디어 출전 시간 늘어나.
We hear a lot and we see going up against Bill Russell. I remember years watching in front of the television Akeem Olajuwon playing against David Robinson in some Western Conference battles. I don't know that we're going to see that much in the next 4 or 5 years, Kevin. We know where the game is going, and those post matchups end up becoming somewhere near the three-point line nowadays.
Here's McCollum. Great D that time from Green.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And that's what you want to do with Whiteside, feeding him the ball in the paint where he makes the defense collapse.
And he sinks the second. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Williams. That shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. And in that game, it was just not there for him.
And Beverly kicks to Harrell. Back to Beverly. Outside, George. 15-footer. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. George has got his second basket of the night. Pass to Hazania. To the middle. Defended by George. And the layup.
Nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Williams finds Harrell. Outside, George. Williams looking over the floor. drains the three-pointer. Williams has got 7.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Now the pass to Hazanya. To the inside.
나이스 패스였습니다. 선배님들.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Beverly against Lillard. Here's Beverly. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Washington.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And here's McCollum.
Nice!
And he's good on the 3-ball. McCollum's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Williams. Fires from 14. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Down low.
나이스! 팀이 되고 있어. 팀이 되고 있어 우리.
Whiteside is always a
야, 다 역전했어. 감독님이 이걸 원하셨던 거야.
Outside Green. And again, no good by
나이스! 멀티플 견제까지.
J. McCollum, he's
나이스!
feeling it tonight and has been the driving
나도
force
이제
for Portland.
팀원들과 같이 하고 있는 느낌이야.
Terrific basketball instinct on display.
이제 좀 융화 같은
And we've
느낌이야.
got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
폴조지 당했죠?
Paul George had that.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
저 있어야 돼.
Trez Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for George. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
근데 내가 역전의 발판은 맞았어. 팩트야.
Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. Ivica Zubac is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Harkless in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And the Blazers GM called Portland a cocoon market. Not a lot of exposure, but these fans sure love their team.
And maybe you have to look at the front office and credit them for understanding the personalities of the guys that they rely on here in McCollum and Lillard. Not really going out to seek the limelight, wanting to concern themselves with getting better as basketball players, and then wanting to make an impact in the community. It's come together nicely for them in Portland.
So, for the Clippers, Green, he's checked in for Zubac, and it's Williams in for Maurice Harkless. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Mario Hezonya's checked in for Pau Gasol. Here's Hezonja, and that one's on target from the wing. Hezonja's got the lead up to 14 now for Portland. Pass to Harrell to stop the run. Can't hit that. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
Well,
나이스!
and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
나이스!
And you talk about shot makers, CJ McCollum, one of the best in the game from mid-range. You could argue he's the best, flat out.
And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat break from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
5 on the clock. Harrell kicks to Green. Williams for 3. Portland miss.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And the rejection by Harrell. There's Shamet. Basket good. Shamet's got 8 here in the quarter.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Lets it go with a 3. He is hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now, here's Shamet. Defense right on him. Stolen by McCollum. Over in the corner, Lillard. He's defended by Harrell. That
나이스 패스입니다, 형님.
He's got 6. here is Williams.
더블택 마크로 가야 돼. 슛 못하게.
It'll count.
이거는 어쩔 수 없어.
No good on the
이거는 이렇게 가야 돼. 완전 못 나오게 구석에 가둬야 돼.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third.
식스맨으로서의 최고의 활약을 뭐야? 지금 경기 안 끝난 거 아니야?
Hey, all eyes on me. All right, nice work out there. I like the attention to detail. I like the hustle. I like the sense of urgency y'all are playing with. All right, now I want y'all to put a body on someone constantly. All right, anytime that ball is up for grabs, put a body on it. All right, make them feel you. I want these guys to be sick and tired of you by the end of this game. All right, so get physical, push them around. That's how we put them away. All right, bring it in. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different. Teams will make substitutions. And Brent, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some
가져와!
the idea of
골밑을 지배하는 자가 코트를 지배한다.
into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinning up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide, rather than what we see today at 12 feet. That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got C.J. McCollum. He's out there with Kent Bazemore. Pau Gasol is out there with Murray. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company.
And the Clippers franchise joined this league in 1970. They've never made it past the conference semifinals.
Yeah, but the last few years, when you talk about the landscape of Los Angeles, the Clippers have had a remarkable run, much better record than the Lakers have had in Tinseltown. And so surprising to think of all the talent that's come through the Clipper doors in prior years, but this could be the year with these additions where they break through.
And the rejection by Harrell. 6 to shoot. No good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That's the first of 6 played on the road. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the game plan against the Blazers the last 2 postseasons has been trapping McCollum and forcing someone else to beat them.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs, so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center position. That'll ease some pressure on your backcourt. Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Gasol with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 12.
천천히.
Williams against Bazemore. The 8-footer. And no good.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Portland out in front, up by 12. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Williams and Shamet are the guard set. Harkless is out there with Jermichael Green, and Harrell's in at center. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Williams' shot is off. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a 14-point game. And the Clippers have possession. Passes it to Harrell. Williams against Lillard. Williams kicks to Harkless. Buries the
안 줄 줄 알았어. 시간이 생각보다 많이 남았었네.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Lillard finds Nurkic. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Well, overall, he has played basically
아니
flawless
실수는 저 새끼가 했는데 왜 나를 빼요?
George with the ball. 1:21 left in the fourth.
Again, when you go from second to fourth gear, Paul George puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
The first one drops, and that brings them within two. Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in, and both free throws good for Paul George.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're up by one. 1:21 left to play in the final quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, C.J. McCollum.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running. You love it when he has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim. As big a basket as that was, the free throw probably even bigger. Now you've got a two-possession lead all of a sudden.
1:04 left in the fourth quarter, and play stop. What looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Gotta hold firm, or you're gonna get a call.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers, and it goes down.
나이스! 첫 커리어 통산 첫 두 자리.
Lillard better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time, he found the open man.
George passes to Williams. No good on the triple.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
McCollum, no good.
I'm not sure how he finds himself with so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one. Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
나 리 형이랑 다 헬프한 거 아니야?
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 8. There's 21 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
7득 7리바 3호씩 야투를 확 올라갔고 블락도 깼을 3블락 하지 않았냐?
This is the classic too little, too late.
야, 나 시해준다. 나 관리해준다 우리 감독님이. 어? 릴 장군이랑 같이 쉬고 있는 거 맞지? 맞지? 옆에 릴 장군이랑 다 쉬고 있는 거 맞잖아.
That is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
릴 장군님이랑 끝나고 맞담배 한번 말볼 한번 빨까요?
Simons surveying the D. So the Trailblazers win it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony.
이번 판 지렸다.
Thanks for watching the NBA.
개지렸다 진짜 솔직히 이번에 인생 경기였다. 오. 팀 팬 10,000명 들었는데? 아우 진짜로. 네 항상 발전하고 싶습니다.
Man, I saw you and your family, man. You look good. But to answer your question, you know what? I always want to ask my game.
감사합니다.
And if there's something I'm not good at, I'm going to keep working on it until I get great. Anything else?
No.
No?
I'm good. 아니 첫 인터뷰인데 이거는 벌써 아니 저기요.
You got that stuff again?
아니, 질문 한 번만. 그러고 왜 다 저기로 가지?
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
바로 계약 들어오네.
All right. Here's what they're starting with.
저 라이징 스타예요? 하! 라이징 스타예요 저? 1500? 오리바로 갑시다.
Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Jay.
You're welcome. See y'all later, all right?
지금 미올론 난리 났어. 어? 어? 투표 뭐야? 올스타? 나 어딨어? 어? 잘못됐나?
좋은
아, 세렌세님 감사합니다. 고맙습니다.
잘 풀리셨나요? 다시 보기는 뚱베코의 린생 역전을 중심으로 봐도 됩니까?
아, 그럼요. 고맙습니다. 감사합니다. 좋은 아침이에요. 어? 우리 릴라드 형님 계시고 우리는 결국 올스타급이 릴라드 하나야? 그냥 하나 있네? 맥컬럼이도 그렇게 막 잘하는 애는 아닌가 보네? 르브론 제임스 인기 보소? 아 나도 껴야 되는데 저기 십시일반 80 찍었어 근거리 슛 결국. 다음 경기 어디지? 야 18승 3패. 요건 내일 합시다.